Hello YouTube and welcome to my review of Project Lazarus, the second story in the project series. Yes, we are in a different location because of other stuff going on. So yeah, let's look at the cover of this release. Now this cover, this audio in particular, does have a sort of two cover variants. One is the Colin Baker one, as you can see, and the other one is a Sylvester McCoy one, which is like this. So that's what it looks like all complete. Obviously I've just got the one I don't intend to get, the Sylvester McCoy variant. So yeah, let's look at the cover. So the cover consists of Sylvester McCoy on the top, and we have the Forge building itself, the Sixth Doctor and some sciencey stuff there. Doctor Who, Project Lazarus starring Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy, with Maggie Stables as Evelyn. Full cast audio drama on a double CD. And on the spine we have a picture of Sylvester McCoy there, Project Lazarus number 45, because this is the 45th release in the Big Finish line. Then on the side we have what the story is about, so do feel free to pause and know what the story is about. And the total running time for this audio is 110 minutes. And on the other spine we do have a picture of Colin Baker, hopefully you can see that if it does focus. And then we have Project Lazarus number 45. So that's basically the cover. Now let's go into the disc and booklet. Okay, so here is the booklet. So if we open it up, we can have a look inside. So we have author's notes, then a bit of information about the story, like working titles and production side of it. Then we have pictures of the cast there, looking all very nice. And then we have other sort of credits and other Sixth Doctor and Seventh Doctor sort of audios you can get, an advertisement for Doctor Who magazine with a bit of Paul McGann's head there. And then we have Sylvester McCoy, so I presume if you've got the Seventh Doctor cover you'll have a picture of Colin Baker. And then we have cast and all that sort of stuff. So that's basically the booklet, and it is part of the 40th anniversary range. So this was made in 2003. So that's the booklet. Now let's go on to the discs. Okay, so the discs is basically the Forge, and hopefully you can see some strikes of lightning and stuff. But the early releases are basically a bit of a pain. And the disc holders on this are quite loose, so I'm just going to quickly take the discs out and show you what's behind the actual CD, well, the case of it. So yeah, let's go and do that. Right, so this is what is behind the CDs themselves. There they are. So yeah, that's quite nice. So now let's go into my thoughts on this story. Okay, so what are my thoughts on Project Lazarus? It follows on directly from where Project Twilight finishes, the Doctor leaving Cassie, who, as I said before, is a big part in the Project series. You may not realise it, but it does come apparent very soon. And the first part is very Hammer horror style, with this vampiric creature being hunted by a hunter, obviously, and the hunter believes she is part of is a Huldra, I think it is. I think that's the creature's name. It was sort of a main part in this adventure. If you think the story cannot get any darker, wait until episode 2 arrives, because the ending, or the final few moments, really does test the Sixth Doctor and Evelyn's relationship. You may think they're quite safe, but Evelyn does have a shocking confession for this. The Sixth Doctor features in the first two parts of the story, and the seventh in the third and fourth. Now the Sixth Doctor does appear in the in episodes 3 and 4, but he is different in some ways. So the story, both stories do sort of tie in nicely. They do have a few major plot points set down in the first two parts, what are answered later on in the story, which you would expect. So my overall thoughts on this story. This is an absolutely fantastic sequel to Project Twilight. The main cast are brilliant, with Maggie Stables really does push the boat out in the second part. The second Doctor gives us an excellent confrontation with the Forge. Now the Forge is a big part of Big Finish. There's little references to the Forge throughout Big Finish's history. which is nice to know, but it is sort of a big part of Big Finish. The 6th Doctor does seem different in 3 and 4, as I've said, but I'm not going to say why he's different because that would be a big spoiler for the story. And Nimrod, the villain in this, or protagonist, is really expanded in Project Twilight. He was sort of, we did get a sense of threat from him, but in this he is powerful. So my overall thoughts is excellent scripts, excellent cast, sound, excellent sound production, with brilliant climaxes and a moving tale overall. So yeah, I would highly recommend Project Lazarus, but I would recommend obviously getting the whole of the Project series because it is fantastic. So that now leads me on to my next point. Now you would be expecting the review of Project Destiny. Now Project Destiny follows on from some other 7th Doctor audios, because I've listened to the first part and I didn't really get it because there was events what happened in the previous 7th Doctor audio what follow on to Project Destiny, so that review of Project Destiny won't be for a while, I'm afraid, but I am going to be doing some just as good really, which is, if I just get it, the 50th Anniversary Collector's Edition review. So that will be my next review, and then it will be the Demons of Red Lodge and Other Stories, I think that's what it's called. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's been requested by Paul Clancy. So yeah, my next review will be of the 50th Anniversary Collector's Edition, so join me in that review. So for now, goodbye.